Welcome to my broadcast. I am weaving a ravenstail robe, and I'm hoping that through this broadcast I can continue the interest and help a few fledgling weavers as I demonstrate. I also read stories. My name is Evelyn Vanderhoop. Kajuth is my Haida name, and as a Haida, I have been very interested in the textiles and how the Haida culture incorporated those garments, those power garments, into our culture. So oftentimes I'll read a story, and I try to choose stories that talk about the power of garments in our culture, in our history. So welcome, and I hope that you enjoy this video. So raven's tail, you start on the left and you weave to the right. Every robe that is found in museums starts that way. So in this, I've got two strands working here. One weft is blue, one weft is black, and I want the black to be forward because I have a black band here, so I'm going to give it the blue is going to go over and behind two and up, and that breaks the pair above into a bit of a twill twine. There would be what you would call it. So I'm making the blue go to the back, and I'm sending the black forward. So here I'm coming upon where very much related to the spruce root weaving is this technique, and it's a compact twining technique where the pattern comes not by a change of color, but by a change of going either around 2 warps or extending it to go around 4 warps, and then that pops up a pattern even though the colors are the same. So here I can see that in this pattern I need to do start with a little around 2 pair, and you can see that it's the same 2 pair as the pair above, so it is definitely a different technique where you are grabbing that single pair or that pair. Always these are paired, unless of course they're part of an extension of 4. So here I'm going to grab 2, and then I'm going to grab 4. And then according to the pattern, I grab 2 and 2 little pairs, and then I'm taking the black, bringing it to the back, and I'm going around 4. And that will continue the pattern of the diamonds. Now I will have a consistently black column here. So I don't want it to bunch because there's no cedar in raven's tail warps, and so it often can bunch. So I'm going to do 2 warps, bringing that blue back, 2 warps, and then I have a 2 and 2, and so it will prevent the bunching of this area. So now you see I have a couple of pairs, and that's because I entered it with a rigid weft entry, and I have now 2 working pairs. So here I see I did 2, 2 with this blue, and so I'm going to enclose 4 with this row. Same here, I did 2, 2 with that blue, so I'm going to enclose 4. The next time I'll do the 2, 2. Here I'm going to bring the blue to the back, and I have over 4 black, over 4 blue in this particular. Now see, if you have a little dot that comes forward, give this a little tug, and that will disappear. Okay, so enclose 4, get the black to the back again, and enclose 4 more. And that's the pattern for the raven's hood. So that is essentially the standard technique of creating the geometric patterns in the raven's tail. There's actually 9 techniques that go into raven's tail that you can use creating the patterns that you want. But in the nahin, it has even less techniques, 3 basic techniques, but the nahin has as much as 9. Cheryl Samuel is the one who wrote the book that analyzed a lot of the, all that she could find, all of the old robes that exist in the world. She went around finding them and studying them. So we have the benefit of a lot of those techniques, and without traveling the world, we can see what robes and the counts, the size. There are so many things in her book that help us remember what our ancestors did. So I recommend that you read that Raven's Tail book if you're interested. It's not a how-to book. You really should find a weaver to apprentice with or a class to take. But during the pandemic, I felt like this broadcasting would be a good way of keeping the arts alive in people's minds, to hopefully have people weave along with me, or to be inspired to start their own projects. So I'm very happy that people have been subscribing to my YouTube channel so that they can get notified as soon as I publish a new video, or just come in and watch it when you can. So I'm very happy to share that with you later. Oh, and if you have been following along and you notice that I'm getting quite fast, I'm not really. I have another robe that is in the wings, and I've been working on its pattern and gathering its the warp and the weft for it. So I'm busy with it, but it has to start soon, and so I really want this one to clip along. So I've asked 2 weavers. One is an apprentice that I had, and another is a weaver in his own right who is willing to help me and learn, and he's been doing great. So all of this is looks like I'm just a speedy weaver. If you've watched the last month's weaving, the last 2 weeks has really clipped along, and that's because I've had some help. So thank you for joining me, and have a good weekend.